Hey guys, this video is going to be a little different from my usual. I'm not really going to be doing a guide or a build. I'm actually going to be reviewing one of my viewers' games because he's been having trouble recently, and I'm uploading it so maybe it can help you guys too. So with that said, let's get right into it. Alright, so round one, he finds two Tusks and a God of War, and he takes the God of War. That's fine. Some people like to lock Tusk here. It's not a mistake. Usually I wouldn't really lock two Tusks. I would lock maybe two Skybreakers, two Soulbreakers, because those are really strong units if they get to 2-star. Tusk though, he's not great. Two God of Wars, you could lock sometimes too, but this is not a mistake. This is totally cool. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit sometimes here, just to like get to the next round, because these are creep rounds anyways. So he doesn't look like he got any items there. Sucks. Wait, he locked the two Tusks. Okay, I mean, as I said, it's not a huge mistake. Like, I could see someone doing that. It's just Tusk 2-star is not the greatest unit. Like, he is strong, but nothing like a Skybreaker, Soulbreaker. But this is fine anyways. Also, actually, as another note, sometimes what I would do is if I found two God of Wars, let's say, I would put one God of War and see if I got any mana items in the first creep round. And if I did get mana items, then I definitely will lock it. And if I don't, maybe I'll just leave it unlocked so I can see what the next round gives me. But this is totally fine. Okay. Oh, someone already has a Skybreaker too. Not good. Alright, let's see if he gets any items. Looks like he got a Ring of Life. Not great. Okay, so that's a mistake. Don't ever put your items before round 4, because it's not like you need the items to beat the creeps, and it's better to see if you're actually going to be using that unit round 4 before you put any items and commit like that. So I think that was a mistake right there. Not a huge one, but it's something to think about. So make sure not to put any items for round 4. There's no point. The creeps are going to die anyway. Here, if I was him, this is not a great round 3 thing. I actually would look into opening maybe at this point, like at next round, because like he hasn't gotten many good units. I don't know about taking Evil Knight, which looks like what he was hovering over. Potentially, I would sell the God of War and buy two Abyssal Crawlers. That's not a bad idea. Or I would buy the Stone Spirit for Warrior bonus, and like one of the Abyssal Crawlers, something like that. Let's see what he does. Buys the Stone Spirit. All right, that's good. Hopefully he buys no. Hopefully he buys something. Akatuske, don't no. Alright, that's a lot of good items. So he doesn't okay, so it doesn't look like he's gonna grab the Abyssal Crawler. And I think that's a mistake because he's not losing economy for grabbing it. And by taking it, he gives himself another chance to hit a potential 2-star. It's very unlikely you're gonna hit two Abyssal Crawlers next turn, but you never know when you might. So you should just grab things like that when they're not hurting your economy, especially this early in the game. Okay, so here, takes the axe, that's fine. Okay, whoa. I don't know about that one. Because, okay, so he elected to level, which I see some people do. It's not a terrible strategy. It lets you cheese. The issue is that if other people have a lot of good units, it kind of ruins a loss streak because you just wasted a lot of gold. The other thing is in his shop was actually a Shadow Devil and two Heaven Bombers. Shadow Devil is super strong this early in the game, and a pair of Heaven Bombers is always nice. And he had 5 gold exactly. So what I would have done was grab the two Heaven Bombers, click the Shadow Devil, right? And then instead of leveling, I would have switched up. I would have put in the Shadow Devil, and then I would have kept in maybe like either Axe and Tusk, or Tusk and Stone Spirit. Any two warriors would have been fine, just as a front line for the Shadow Devil. So I don't really like this because like these warriors are not the strongest, especially if I like a beast bonus or anything like that. Like this isn't a great start. The armor item there is fine. Electing to make, okay, so if you guys saw just a second ago, okay, right there. I want to show you guys. he decided to make this item, which takes a ring of life and the magic resist cloak. I wouldn't suggest doing this most of the time. You want to save those ring of lives for potential refresher orbs later, because refresher orbs can change the tide of a game way more than this item. So I would definitely keep the ring of life separate early game. Okay, so now that we got that, let's continue. Yeah, this was definitely a mistake. He should have took the pair of heaven bombers. He should have played the shadow devil and just took out 2 of these warriors. The item placement's fine. So let's see if he wins this round. Probably not going to. Actually, getting pretty close. No, it looks like he loses. And this is the issue with this. Now, if he wants a lose streak, he can't. And he didn't take the 2 heaven bombers, which potentially could have been a 2-star right here. Okay, so he decides to take the Tusk 2-star, and he puts 1 Tusk there. I don't like this. So what I think he should have done is pick up Skull Hunter, put him in for the Orc bonus, because God of War 1, he doesn't do much damage. He's not very tanky, so his damage isn't really something we should worry about, like, to keep. Like, the divinity buff isn't going to make him that much stronger. So what I would have done is took the Skull Hunter, took the Tusk, leveled the Tusk obviously, put the other Tusk in, but then replaced God of War here with the Skull Hunter. Because the Cave Clan bonus this early is very strong. Way stronger than God of War 1. Alright. So let's see what happens from here. Alright, he should definitely win this one. Alright, that was a nice, easy fight. This guy didn't level, so no issues there. He should, if anything, he should have at least grabbed the Skull Hunter just to have. Here, this is an easy choice. Definitely put that in. And then 100% he should. Whoa. Whoa. Time out. There's no point of rolling here. He doesn't have any pairs. Yeah, I would have took the 2 Phantom Queens, because Phantom Queen 2 early game will carry you easily. Very easily. He has 6 gold. So I would have took both the Phantom Queens and the Ripper. I would have took out the God of War and potentially even the Stone Spirit here, and put in 2 Phantom Queens right behind. So I would have put. Okay, so, and this roll was bad, by the way. Like, you should never be rolling this early unless you have exorbitant amount of pairs, like 4 or 5 pairs. But even then, I would try to roll around 8ish. And also, not to mention, because he leveled, he has less chances at 1 cost, which is usually when it's best to roll, when you have a lot of like 1 cost, 2 cost pairs. So this was a really bad roll. Also, another thing he could do here is, like, Werewolf is very strong. God of War is now going to do literally 0 because of the divinity buff gone. So I would take the God of War out, put the Werewolf in, and that would have been a much better thing, much better team right off the bat. But 100% the initial play should have been to grab the 2 Phantom Queens, and then so he would take this out because divinity buff is gone because of beast bonus, and then I would have took this out. Then I would have put the Phantom Queen right here, Phantom Queen right here, and then put Axe here, and the other 2 could be where they are. It's totally fine. So that. Oh, and the reason you want to put, sorry, I was awesome. The reason you want to put the Phantom Queens right behind your front line is because Phantom Queen's attack hits in a square like this. So let's say Phantom Queen is right here. She will hit like this radius. Like, if both of them ulti, they will hit like this much of a radius. And people like to place their units in the middle here like this. So you would literally hit their entire team with their ultis, which would decimate them, like literally like decimate them. And since they're demons, they do pure damage and they get mana very fast. Okay. Honestly, if he loses this round, it's literally because he didn't take the 2 Phantom Queens, or he didn't at least put in the other werewolf. Looks like he should be fine, but he is way weaker than he would have been just doing the 2 Phantom Queens. And he lost out. He lost 2 gold, which is very important early game because you want to start getting around round 8. You want to start getting to 10 gold mark. So it hurts his economy doing what he just did. That's an early Razor Claw. That's really nice. Okay, he takes the Abyss. That's fine. Whoa. Please tell me to take the Razor Claw. That's an okay change. Still would have rather taken out the God of War. It was an issue. Okay. Alright, no. Timeout. Well, let's go back. Okay. So Razor, he looks like he's trying to go like a warrior build. Probably Beast Warrior. If you're trying to go Beast Warrior, I would 100% take Razor Claw. And even if he wasn't going Beast Warrior, Razor Claw this early, Razor Claw is a very good unit. His bear does insane amounts of damage. It can root, and he counts as 2 units essentially. So 100% I would have took this. I would have took this, and then I possibly just took this just for now, just because it doesn't really hurt his economy and just to have. Then what I would have done was took God of War out. So basically here I would take this out, put Abyssal Guard, and put Razor Claw, and then I actually would take. You could argue taking Axe out too and putting the other werewolf. It's close because you do lose the 3 warrior bonus, which is nice armor. But Wolf is also fairly strong, and if you beat people with both the wolves and they ultied, you're gonna do some crazy damage to their pools. Like say they lose to Razor Claw Bear plus 4 of the wolves, they're gonna lose like over 10 health, which is insane this early in the game. So this is a huge mistake. Alright. Like even if he wasn't going Beast Warrior, even if he was playing mages, even if he was playing assassins, well actually assassins need Razor Claw, but like no matter what, the Razor Claw is so this early, take it every time, 100% of the time. And definitely should take God of War out. God of War is legitimately not even a champion right now. He does no damage. He has no divinity bonus. He 100% should have won this round. Like, I think he might still win, but he should have won this, like, without even an issue. Yeah, I think he still wins this, no problem. Also, okay, so it's round 7. That's totally fine. Let's stop moving the mouse as much. Sorry, let's see what his shop was. Okay, so his shop was 2 Phantom Queens. It's now round 8. Let me make sure. Game? Game, please. Yeah, it's round 8. Okay. There's 2 assassins, Beast Warrior, that's fine. Alright, so what he could have done here, God of War is obviously like he doesn't even need it anymore. He could sell it for the items. He didn't get God of War 2 yet. He doesn't really have the units for God Mage. He has no mana items. So I wouldn't really look at playing God Mage here. I would just literally skip it. Usually Stone Spirit isn't really in a Beast Warrior build. So I would take that out too, honestly. Again, put Werewolf in, take the 2 Phantom Queens. Because you would actually have the gold, you'd be at 14 gold. And then from there, just put in Werewolf and a Phantom Queen or something like that. Or even 2 Phantom Queens. Because again, they're demons, they do a lot of damage. Very good units. Okay, so he's electing to keep like this. Good thing he's at 12 gold. Usually round 8, you should at least have 10 gold so that you can make sure that you're at 50 gold by round 15. It just makes sure, and also lets you level the next round if you wanted to without hurting your economy. Alright, looks like he's winning this, which is good. Well, actually, it's close. One or two. Ooh. Yeah, if he had, like, look, if you see how God of War is bottom here, he probably did 0 damage. So, like, if he had Razor Claw in and all those changes I was saying, he would 100% won this round and continued his streak, which would have been really big. You always want to try to keep a streak going, whether it's a lose streak or a win streak early. You want to keep it going if you can. Okay, so I don't like. Okay, I don't. Hold on, this is really big. I don't like the level up because he lost a streak. He gains nothing out of winning this round really, except that one extra winning the round gold, which is not huge right now. Um, yeah, I would have just took Desperate Doctor here because he's just a good unit and he fits in a Beast Warrior build later. I wouldn't have rolled there, even though luck in his favor. It did give him a Werewolf too, which is very strong. Again, he's overvaluing this God of War. He needs to take this God of War out. Like, it has to go. Like, I mean, I guess now there's an argument. He has 6 warriors, so you could potentially keep him in. It's not the biggest deal, but personally, I got rid of him a long time ago at this point. What else was in the shop? Sorry, I just want to make sure. Wind Ranger, you could also take here. Not a bad unit at all. Oh, this guy's a swordsman too. He probably loses this. Yeah, as you're about to see a power of the Wind Ranger early. Look how much damage it just did. Well, it looks like he's still winning. Just because he was a level up on the guy, which is good. But his economy is kind of in shambles because of what he did. I would take the unicorn here because you never know when you can find another druid plus extra unicorn and sell it for extra gold. It's not hurting his economy because he's at 11 gold, but it's not a huge mistake not taking it there, but you should take it just in case. You never know, you're gonna make extra gold from it. Just don't take it whenever you're at like 10 gold, 20 gold, because then you might lose. You're actually losing gold because you would have been at the next interest point. This should be an easy win. Did you get any items? Ring of Life and a wooden club. Okay, that's cool. The wooden club's good to save for Berserker. I would also hold the Ring of Life just in case you hit a refresh orb. Definitely take that. Again, these rolls, I don't like them. There's no point in rolling like that. Like, yes, he's getting lucky that he's hitting good units when he's rolling, but most of the time you're hurting your economy, and most of the time you're not going to get anything out of it. So I wouldn't do that roll. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Here he could sell the God of War. He's never playing it again. He could just sell it. Well, he wins around convincingly because his team's actually pretty strong now. Like, that's a really early Doom. Early Werewolf 2. Okay, so no, he has to stop these rolls. Why would you roll twice? Your economy's already in shambles. And also look, if something I want to point out. I know he rolled for this, but see how he found the unicorn and a Whisper Seer? If you took that unicorn I was telling you earlier, that would have been an extra free gold right there. Why? I don't know why he's saying the God of War. The Tusk 2 is fine. Don't roll like that, please, guys. Don't like. Now, okay, so it's round 12. He has 11 gold, right? Next round he'll have 18 gold, and then round 14 he'll have like 25, and then round 15 he'll have like 33 or something like that. And like, because of that, now when he gets to round 17, he's not even gonna be at 60 gold. Sorry about that. I live next to a firehouse. I had to mute it real quick. Yeah, because of what he did, like he's not going to be at 60 gold by round 17, which is what you really want. So he's going to have to end up spending even more economy just leveling to keep up with everyone. And the God of Wars are pointless. He should just sell them. Oh, this guy's a Skybreaker 3. That's scary. Mr. High Roller over here. Roger, Roger. And he has full gold. Yeah, this guy high rolled. I mean, sucks to lose that round. But this guy hits some. This is just unfair for him to hit this early without rolling at all. Pretty nuts. They start here. Just take the swordsman and take the worm because he's good for Beast Warrior. Don't roll. Don't roll. Okay, so his economy is in shambles. Like that's it. Like he lost the game off all those rolls. Like 100% he lost the game off those rolls. He's never gonna get to proper economy fast enough. Not to mention he lost his streak just now. You should never be like playing so aggressive when you like if you was on a hot streak and he was winning this whole time from round 3, I mean from round 4, you could roll a little more aggressively, you're gonna get a lot of gold back. But when you lost your streak, you can't play aggressively like that. Alright, here he finds Pirate Captain, insta buy. I would sell the axe, both the axes. No. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about this. I don't hate that Abyssal Guard takeout because Axe does give you Cave Clan to keep Swordsman alive longer to spin. The issue for me is that it's Swordsman 1 who will not even be doing that much even if he does live long enough to spin. So I would take Axe out, sell him because you don't need him anymore. You're already at the 6 warrior bonus. Sell both the axes. Keep Abyssal Guard in and put Pirate Captain in. Sell the Stone Spirit, sell the 2 God of Wars for economy, like sell all that. And as see, it's round 14, he has 13 gold. So like he's never gonna get to the 60. You always want to have 50 gold by round 16 minimum. That's like the least amount of gold you should have. Unless, of course, you're win streaking and you're playing aggressive, but that different argument. Like just when you're first starting, it's better have just remember rule of thumb 50 gold round 16, so that you can level on round 17 by just putting 2 exp. Alright, so he's at 20 gold now. Wolf pack. He's playing warriors, so he doesn't have to reposition for the wolf pack. So this is totally fine the way he's positioned. I just look at all the warriors. Okay. Alright, shield, resistant cloak, not the greatest items. Again, don't do this early. Save your ring of life. Keep the ring of life in the bag. You never know when you're gonna get a refresher orb, and that could completely change the tides of the game. Not a tusk, that's nice. Nope. I would okay. Tusk is great. Again, he should have sold this. Venomancer is really good for Beast Warrior. He does an armor shred and he gives you Warlock bonus if you put it in a worm. And usually you want to put in a worm because you want 4 Beast, 6 Warrior, 2 Warlock as your final build. So Venomancer would have been one of the Warlocks. I wouldn't have rolled there. Since he did, yeah, take the Abyssal Guard, sell Stone Spirit. Someone hit God of War 3. People are getting really lucky this game that he's in. Looks like he's winning, which is nice. Okay, that's good. Alright, so definitely taking the Tusk. Sell the Axe. Don't roll there. He should be leveling up. He doesn't need the God of War. I know he was playing a 9 warrior build, but like, shouldn't play a 9 warrior build unless there's a bunch of assassins, and even then, Beast Warrior probably does better. And because like this God of War, no divinity bonus, he's not gonna do anything. Taking him out, Doom out for that is very questionable, because again, God of War is gonna do nothing for him. So let's start the round correctly. Okay, so here, sell Axe, take Tusk, level up, put I guess Abyssal Garden meanwhile. That would have been the play. And then try to econ again. Because his economy is really bad. I don't know what he's... Yeah, like 3 rolls when you should be leveling right now. Not good. Taking Doom out? Never. Should have put over Axe. Doom is arguably one of the top 2 warriors in terms of strength. He's still leveled, but now his economy is... Oof. It's gonna hurt. Like at level 7, he should have been aiming for, let's say, 6 warrior, 2 beast, with the Venomancer. That would have been really strong. And then slowly looked, and then if he found a worm, he would put the worm in at level 8. That would give him 2 warlock, or he would have had the razor claw and the, or if he took the razor claw early, he would have had razor claw plus, if he put in the worm, he would have had 4 beast at level 8. So like, you just have to decide what you think is better at the time. Warlock's better for sustained fights versus like knights. Beast bonus better versus like, honestly they're both good. Unless you're against assassins, then beast bonus definitely over the other one. Boom, right there, like worm and a Venomancer. He should have been grabbing those. He probably doesn't, because he was trying to play 9 warriors, but he was handed everything he needed for a nice beast warrior comp. I don't know why he's rolling so hard. He really needs the econ. The reason you want an economy between rounds 17 and 21 is because you want to level at round 21. You could take some rolls here and there, but because he took all those early rolls, his economy is really low. Like, look at everyone else. 50 gold, 50 gold. Like, see, everyone has a lot of gold. So he's kind of taking himself out of the game. I at this point, I don't see him winning, because he needs to spend so much gold to level around 21 now. You always want to hit level 8 around 21. Always. Always. Rule of thumb. Round 21, be level 8. And make sure to base your comps that you're building for that level 8 spike, because that's when everyone's going to have like their full build. Like Glacial Knights are going to have their Warlock bonus, their Garrus bonus, the 4 Knights, the 4 Glacials, like stuff like that. So you want to make sure you're spiked at 8 too. And that's the problem with 9 warrior comps, is that they spike at level 9 technically when you have all 9 warriors. So it's not a great comp to play generally. Take Axe out, that's fine. That's totally fine. He had Abyssal too, so I definitely would do that too. Yeah, you see this God of War, he's a paperweight. He's just standing there. That was his first hit. Sorry I'm skipping, I just didn't want to sit there for 30 seconds watching this slow fight. He drew, wow, he actually ended up with a draw. I wouldn't take the werewolf. You're way too broke to afford it right now. He needs to try and save gold till round 21. No point in Stone Spirit, but again, he was playing 9 warriors, so a little different. Alright, we hit the Goblin High Roller. Sucks. I mean, he might still win. Not. It's okay though. I mean, he's still healthy. Captain's definitely a pickup. Alright, let's just skip through. This is a creep round anyways. What items you got? Shields, not great. He didn't get a lot of good items to notice this game. Hurts. Yeah, Doom's perfect candidate for the defensive items. So right here he needs the level, but he doesn't have the gold for it. So I know he didn't put any XP earlier, so he would need 25 golds to level here. So luckily it looks like not many people in this game leveled, which is, I guess, is just a mistake you see at the lower bracket. Definitely hit level 8 all the time here. Like, plan to hit level 8 round 21. Plan on it every time. Make sure you have a comp that's built for this round 21. Because if this was a higher game, he would have got punished really hard for this right now. I would have took the worm. I would have took the worm leveled. Put in Pirate Captain, I guess. Or the other Tusk 2 that I know he has on his bench, because he made it earlier. So over here. He needs to level. I mean, okay. I don't need to watch the rest of this game. I already know what's gonna happen. So, okay, so, wow, actually, it's already around 24. He didn't level yet. Okay, there. So the biggest mistakes I saw Akatuske that you should look at is stop rolling so early, especially with no pairs. Don't roll. Um, don't roll at all like that. You rolled so many times. You wasted so much gold. You ended up way behind doing that. Like, that was the biggest downfall. The other thing is like, you should try to play more comps. So you had all the picks you needed for a Beast Warrior comp. You saw Worm, you saw Venomancers, you saw everything you needed to make the Beast Warrior comp happen, and that would have been way stronger than 9 Warriors. Okay, so the early rolls, the fixate on one comp. The other thing was like you overvalued certain units and undervalued other units. So like you didn't take the 2 Phantom Queens. Demons are really strong early. You don't have to keep her for the whole game, but if you get a Phantom Queen 2 early game, or just even use 2 Phantom Queen 1s in the back line, they're gonna do a lot of work and they'll help you with a win streak. Or also like God of War. Like if God of War doesn't have his bonus, Divinity bonus, he's a paperweight. Don't use him randomly like that. There's no point unless you're playing like a hunter comp and using him as a frontline tank. That's more understandable. But in this comp, God of War with no Divinity, don't even look at him as a unit at that point. So I would have switched him out early game. Don't put items pre round 4. Make sure to wait till round 4 and know what your opener is before you do that. Don't level round 4 unless you think unless like there's just nothing good in the shop and you think you'll win the round leveling to 4. Generally you won't see high level players do that because they get punished all the time for that stuff, especially if they lose that round on their board. That hurts a lot. Like you potentially could have lost streak if you found like a fortune teller maybe, but then you don't leave yourself that option by pre-leveling there. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest mistakes I've seen. Position wise, I mean you're playing warriors. You just put your warriors out front. That's kind of the position for them. The only thing that you should know about the warrior positioning is that if you're against assassins late game and it's just you and the assassin and you know you're about to fight him, you put your tanky warriors in the back line over here. So like, say you're playing assassins, right? You're playing assassins. You would put your tanky warriors like this, and then you would put your more squishy warriors like berserker, doom maybe. Just you put your squishy stuff in the front right here. Smart, squishy, an S, and then tanky. You also could do a box position. So say you're against assassins as warriors, where you could do box positioning. So you could do like put like say squish unit here, squish unit here, squish unit here, and then you could put like your tanky units in a box around them. Or what you could do is actually what would be better than what I just said. Alright, let me just actually improve on this. Here's what you can do is put the squish unit here and the tank here. Effectively, when the assassins jump in, this tank will jump out, but this tank will still be here, and he will tank the assassins while the squishy targets, which are usually your DPS, will start attacking the assassin that he's tanking. But yeah, that's the only really like the only comp that you want to really switch the warrior positioning up for. Other things you can think about when thinking about warrior positioning is when you have werewolf and pirate captain, you have a human bonus. So with human bonus, you have a chance of silencing. So if they have a key unit that you don't want ulting, you could put one of these two guys in front of that unit to stop it, well, to give you a chance of stopping it from ulting. So say you're 1v1, the guy has a Tsunami Stalker that's out front. You could put one of your humans in front of them to just try and silence it. Won't always work, but when it does, it could change the entire fight. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's about it. So yeah, that's what really all I can tell you about warrior positioning. The other thing he could do, essentially, because he has a God of War, who's essentially a paperweight right now, he could put his tanks, like, not his tanks, but he could put his warriors, like, here, put his God of War right here, tanks, like, you know, like, and warriors right here, like this. What this does is it makes God of War take the initial aggro, and because he takes less reduced damage, he'll take a lot of this, he'll soak up a lot of the damage that comes out right away, giving your more damage oriented units a chance to get into there freely without taking any damage. It could be really big. It could be the difference of pirate captain ulting or not. But yeah, that's about it. I hope that helps, man. If you want to send me another review, Akatuske, anytime I'll do another one. But a lot of things you can improve on, a lot of things. But it's okay. This is how we improve. If anyone else wants me to do a review ever, if you're struggling with your games, you just want to see what mistakes you're making, feel free to hit me up on Twitch at FwuffyMilk or send me a message on YouTube, and I would gladly review you anytime. Let me know. Alright guys, I hope it's helpful, and thanks for watching.